So Soobie cut his hair. Now, I've already made a video super similar to this when Arnie cut his hair a couple months back. So go check that video out if you guys haven't already. Honestly, it's one of the best videos I've ever made. And because, the situations were similar, right? I might have some overlapping points. I'm gonna try to not talk about the stuff I've talked about in that video, but, some stuff will overlap. So, just warning. But anyways, yo, it's a Jai. So when I first saw that picture of Soobie with a haircut, honestly, I was just sad. I wasn't angry, I had no hate, no nothing. I was just like, shit, we lost another one. And the sad part is that I kind of get why he did it. So before, we continue this video, I just want to say I'm not really religious, right? I do have a beard, I do have, I wear a pug and everything, but I'm not really religious. And I'll get into that in some other videos, but not in this one. But I just want to give you a heads up so you guys understand where my, point of view is from. Now, in my opinion, Soobie probably just cut his hair because he didn't really care about Sikhi and just wanted to fuck around. And I don't really think anything's wrong with that, At the end of the day, everyone's free to make their own choices. If a Singh wants to cut his hair, let him cut his hair, I don't understand why everyone has to make such a big fuss about it, why people gotta care about it so much, And I think that right there is one of the reasons why many Sikhs are cutting their hair. Is because brown culture is so fucking toxic. And, it's full of judgmental people, and it's just like this weird place where everyone's just hating on each other, Or it's just full of like snakes, really. It's just, they say some good shit like in front of you, but behind your back, they're fucking saying the worst shit about you. They're saying you're this, you're that, and this, right? Like, for example, this fucking auntiyan, bro. Like, auntiyan are literally the most toxic pieces of shit out there. All they do is just gossip about other fucking people. Like, get a fucking life, And because of this toxic brown culture, if a Singh does something that a Singh shouldn't do, then that person will receive a lot of hate. And the thing that's just like stupid about this whole shit, right? Like this toxic brown culture stuff, is like many of these people will probably call themselves Sikhs. And the funny thing is that these people aren't Sikhs at all. Well, not real Sikhs. I like to call these people half Sikhs because they kinda care about Sikhi, but they don't. And I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about, but it's like those people that don't really follow the rules themselves, right? But always like enforcing it when like some like Singh or whatever is doing something that they shouldn't, I guess, right? So then they're gonna be on their asses, right? But they themselves, they'll continue doing their fuck shit. But it's like, yo, Singh, bro, you're doing that, oh my god, It's just like these fucking hypocrites. And look, honestly, whether you agree or disagree, with whatever a Singh does or something, right? It's like, where does it give you, like, where in, like, Sikhi does it say that, hey, you can go harass that person because he did something that you don't like? Where does it say that? Because, like, in my opinion, it's just like, yo, if the guy isn't doing something that's inherently, like, evil or, like, wrong or illegal or something like that, right? Then let God handle it, yo. Why, like, who are you to take, like, God's will into your hand or whatever? Like, do you think you're above God? Is that what you're doing? Like, are you that fucking arrogant? You're like, oh, you know what? Nah, let me judge him. Because I'm more worthy to judge him than, like, God. Like, bro, relax, yo. like, let God handle it, bro. But now let's talk about, something else, right? So, why these people often do judge Singhs is because, like, Singhs, are supposed to be like this. Well, I guess, like, if you're a Singh, you're supposed to be religious, right? And if you're religious, right, obviously there's levels to it, but like the most religious, then you're essentially kind of like a monk, in my opinion, right? It's like, you're just that spiritual and you're just like that, like, I don't know, like chill or whatever, right? Like you don't really care too much about like mortal things, I guess, right? Worldly desires and all that, you don't really care about it, right? You're essentially kind of like a monk if you've truly, I think, reached that peak. But the thing is, not many people can actually reach that. Right? Like, it's easier said than done. It's just like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, right? It's like, no, this shit takes time. It's like a lifelong journey, right? Like, we're human too, you know what I mean? Like, we have the same urges as everyone else, the same thoughts as everyone else, right? It's like, just because we got a pug on doesn't make us, like, fundamentally different. We still have the same thoughts and everything. But, Singhs, like, younger Singhs or whatever, they get this pressure on them, right? It's like, yo, look at these things in the past, look how great they were, and you're not great at all. And in the past, Singhs would literally die for their hair. And now Singhs are cutting their hair for girls. Like, obviously, the Singhs of now aren't anywhere close to the caliber of Singhs of the past. And that right there is like the pressure that the Singhs have to face now, right? Is like these great Singhs of the past, right? Is that we're nowhere near them, right? And the thing is, like, I think many things nowadays, it's just like, it's not worth it. Like, who actually wants to be a monk? It's like, bro, like, I mean, essentially that's what it is. Again, like, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I'm not fucking, I don't know everything about Sikhi, right? But it's just like, right? Like, it's basically a monk. You're not supposed to, like, no sex before marriage, right? And also, even after marriage, it's like, aren't you supposed to, like, detach yourself from, like, not having, like, deep connections and shit with anyone else and stuff, right? It's just like who actually wants that though? That might actually make you truly happy, but it's just like, shit, bro. Like, I just want to, like, fuck around and fuck girls, bro. You know what I mean? And it's just like things like that, right? It's like, bro, like, what are we supposed to do? Because, if you're religious as a Singh, it's fine, right? Because you grew up with your hair, and you're gonna keep your hair, and you're not gonna disrespect the bug, right? Which I think many people often attack Singhs for, right? And so you're not gonna disrespect the bug because you're actually religious and you're actually gonna follow the rules. But many people like me, and I guess Soobie, Arnie, and like many Singhs, right? It's just like, yo, we don't like want to do all that, right? It's just like, even if you believe or not, it's just like, shit, bro. Like, I just want to have fun sometimes, right? Even though it's short-term fun, right? But shit, I want to have short-term fun. And it's just like, some people are like, okay, so should I have short-term fun, but like I have a bug on, so I'm disrespecting Sikhi, or should I just cut my hair altogether so I'll be free from all of this, right? I won't have all this pressure. I won't have all these eyes on me. I won't have to live up to these great people because, I don't have hair anymore. I'm not a Singh, technically, kind of, whatever. I don't know. Like, if you grow up with hair and you're not religious anymore, like, it's a lose-lose situation, right? It's just like I said, it's just like, you want to disrespect the bug or you just want to cut it all off, right? It's like, what do you do? Because, like, that's kind of for me. It's like, even though I'm not religious, I don't want to cut my hair because, like, it's part of me. Like, it's my identity. Like, if I cut it off, I'll feel naked, right? And it's just, again, it just seems so it just seems like stupid to me. It's just like when, like, all these like shaheeds and stuff, like, literally sacrifice their lives, to not cut their hair, and me just cutting my hair because, like, I just don't, like, But again, if I'm not really religious, like, should I cut my hair? Right? It's just tricky, but like, I don't want to cut my hair, but like, I don't know, is it disrespectful? Like, should I do it? Again, it's weird, and I think many Singhs probably, like, struggle with like thoughts similar to mine or like other things, right? And like, I don't know, like, should people be allowed to fuck around? Like, in this age, like, young 20s or, like teens or whatever, it's just like, people, like, this is the age when, kids want to fuck around and shit, right? And like, naturally, as you grow older, you grow up and mature, right? So like, why not just, go more into Sikhi then, right? I mean, I guess because, like, doing all this like short-term stuff isn't going to get you anywhere, right? And it might even mess you up. And the last thing I want to talk about is probably like why, when Arnie and Soobie cut their hair, rub people the wrong way. I didn't really cover this in the last video, I think. But, in like their mukbangs, right, Soobie and Arnie, they talked about like, like Sikhi is good, like other guys would be like cutting their hair for like girls and shit, but, they didn't, and like they're not going to, and like, Sikhi, and they're like saying all these good things about Sikhi. And then boom, they cut the hair, right? So it's just like, what the fuck? Like, were you just lying? Like, what was all that? Like, all that shit. And I think that's why, like, people probably like felt a little betrayed. Even it's just like why did you say all that then? It's just... But again, but people change their minds, right? I change my mind super easily. I be flip-flopping all over the place sometimes, and so maybe they just change their mind, And again, it's just like, if they do want to fuck around, and should they cut their hair? If they, like, is that the way to not disrespect Sikhi really though? Right? And they can actually grow it out later. Like, is that better or whatever? Let me know in the comments. And another thing is just like that Soobie, his videos, where he would like pick up chicks, right? Again, like, picking up chicks isn't the most Sikhi thing to do, right? Which, it's weird, but when you would, like those videos and shit, you know, they did, I think, give me and like maybe some other Sikhs and shit, you know, like a little like self-esteem boost, right? It's like, yo, you know, if he can do it, if he can like, you know, pull these girls or whatever, you know, it's just like, yo, maybe I can do it too, right? Because, you know, there's already so much stuff about like, yo, I don't want to date Gyannis and all this kind of shit, right? But then, you know, if Soobie does it, I can do it too, right? And then him just cutting his hair is just like, damn, dude. But again, you know, it's just like, bro, he's his own person, you know? Like, he doesn't fucking owe us shit, you know? Like, he doesn't have to, like, keep his hair for us or something like that. You know, if he wants to cut his hair, he can. And he did. So, yeah, but, like, that's kind of, like, my whole thoughts on this situation, right? I've been trying to record this video for a while. You know, whenever I saw that picture, I was just like, shit, okay, I gotta record this. How am I gonna record this? Or say this, or say this, you know? And I've changed my mind multiple times. I've recorded this video like a couple times, and I was just like, I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, I spent hours trying to record this video in total, probably. And honestly, I don't even know if I like what I said now. Right? I might edit some of it out. I might, you know, whatever. But yeah, let me know in the comments, you know, how you guys feel about this whole situation. You know, do you guys agree with me, disagree with me, you know, and or anything, you know, let me know in the comments. You know, if you guys actually enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe for more content. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.